Hello my lovelies and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sharon. I am 62 years old and 2.5 years ago I had a change in circumstance. It was my decision to move out from where I was living and I got a rented place to live in on my own. So this is kind of like my journey with learning to live on a low income and to try and live well on less, really. So that's what it's all about over here. So if you're interested in budgeting, frugality, cooking, shopping hauls, then you are on the right channel. So today I'm doing a requested video. I've had a few requests and I want to try and get those covered over the next few weeks. So this is really a bonus video, which if I've got one to put up on a Friday and that makes it 3 in the week, then I will do that if at all possible. As you guys know, I work, so sometimes time is of the essence. But yeah, I'm getting this Empties one done today. Now, I've mentioned previously that I do the boot scan to recycle, so I always have a carrier bag of empties of various things that I use for my scan to recycle, but I tend to only really do that once a month, so they do tend to build up. And my middle daughter sometimes gives me her empties as well, so I have those to use. But the empties that I'm going over today are purely my empties from May. Okay, so they're mainly skincare, body care items. I've got no empties when it comes to household products. So if you're not interested in sort of personal items, then this may not be the video for you, and that is absolutely fine. But I do want to try and deal with viewers' requests. And if this is popular, I'm more than happy to try and do one of these every month. It would just be something different to add to the channel, wouldn't it? So I love Empties videos. I've watched them for years. I love to see what people use and what they think of the products that they've now finished with and whether they would repurchase them. So that's what we're doing here today. So let's start off with one of my favourite items, which is the number 7 from Boots cleansing balm. Now, if you watched my skincare video back at the end of April, where I did my competition, I mentioned this product in that video because this is my favourite cleansing balm across all price points. Over the years, I have had cleansing balms that have cost £30–40, things like Elemis, Emma Hardy, Eve Lom, Estee Lauder, and as much as a lot of those I really do like, across all price points, this would be my number 1. And very often you can find this on offer at Boots on a 3 for 2. Sometimes Boots have vouchers on the counter. If you're going into Boots and going to buy any number 7 products, always ask at the till before you do your shopping if they've got any vouchers going at the moment for number 7. So yeah, that is my absolute favourite. It lasts for ages. Because I do at night I do a double cleanse. It's called a double cleanse. So the first cleanse will be to melt away your makeup and your SPF, and then for the second cleanse I would use a different product. So this is just used in the evening for that first cleanse, where you would use a balm or an oil. However, what I will say, you don't have to have those items. You could be using your normal cleanser or facial wash and just using it twice to make sure your skin is nice and clean before you apply any serums or moisturising products. But that's my first empty. Boots number 7, cleansing balm. Would I repurchase? I do all the time. I've used it for years and I absolutely love it. So while we're talking of cleansers, let's get on to the morning cleanse and the second cleanse of an evening. Again, featured in my skincare video, and there was one of these actually in the competition box as well, just like there was with the balm. So this is the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser, and I think I mentioned in that video that I'd managed to get these on sale. This size is usually £8.80, I believe. And I got them for £3.30. So I was super chuffed with that. This product usually comes in 2 sizes. There's a much bigger one, which I think is 150ml for around £14. But yeah, I finished this one up in May. I have got one that I finished in, well, before. I'm not sure which month I finished it in. But I need to get these cut open and decant anything else that I can get out of the tubes and take my photos for the scan to recycle before I cut the tubes. That's what I do. So yeah, the Ordinary Squalane, again, across all price points, one of my favourite cleansers. Would I repurchase? 100%. For me, it's very much about texture and how something feels, and this is like got that really lovely slippy feel to it, which I really do like. So yeah, I would 100% repurchase that item as well. Sticking with face, let's do all the face things first of all. Botanics, again by Boots. This is the Vitamin C Glow Serum, which I picked up quite cheaply online a couple of months ago. And I paid about £3 for it. It might be about £6 or £7 full price. It served its purpose. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I do like to use a serum after my cleansing routine, and before moisturizer I do like to use a serum. But would I repurchase this one? Probably not. Doesn't feel that great as you apply it, and I think you often find that with cheaper products. They feel more crude to the skin. Can't explain it. Sometimes things feel nice and they feel expensive, and I didn't feel that this product did. I like, of course, the ethos behind the range, as it is all botanical ingredients that they use for this particular range in Boots. I mean, it's fairly reasonably priced. I'm currently using their AHA toner. I'm getting on with that fine, but would I repurchase the serum? Probably not. Okay, the next skincare item I've got. So this was from the Marks and Spencer's Christmas Advent Calendar. And this is called Sleep and Replenish. It's from their formula range, so M&S own brand. And it's called a sleep cream. Now, I don't really understand the ethos behind things being called a sleeping cream or a sleeping mask. At the end of the day, it's a moisturizer, and that's what it does. It's just, yeah, no different from a night cream really, is it? So yeah, that was that. And if I get any kind of beauty boxes or advent calendars bought for me, I do tend to make sure that I use everything within them. Whether I'm keen on the product or not, I will use it up. The only things I tend to give away, I don't really ever use those sleep sprays that go onto your pillow. My middle daughter loves those, so I tend to give those to her. But yeah, that's the M&S perfectly adequate nighttime moisturizer. Would I repurchase? Probably not. Was I happy to use it? Absolutely. So that is that one. Also from that same M&S Christmas Advent Calendar, I have this Bloom and Blossom. It says Keep Dancing Soothing Foot and Leg Mist. What can I say about it? It's got lime oil, aloe vera, and something that I can't say or pronounce. I can't even begin to try to tell you what that is. So yeah, I've used it up. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. I don't think it made that much difference to my life, really, to be honest with you. But I was happy to use it. It's nice to have a spray sort of moisturising kind of thing. It's often quicker than applying body lotion. So from that perspective, it was perfectly pleasant to use. But would I repurchase it? No, I don't think I would. Next up, again, a product that you've seen from me in the skincare video, my Ombre Solaire anti-dark spot and anti-pollution super UV with hyaluronic acid, factor 50 SPF for your face. I love this product because it's nice and thin. It sits well under makeup, and I use an SPF 50 every single day, which again, I've mentioned before. They have changed the formulation, and when I picked one up recently, I've popped it here. I think I've shown you it before. They've changed up the packaging. The lid is now different, and I picked up the Super UV Vitamin C Anti-Dark Spot Fluid. They also had a hyaluronic acid one, so maybe I should have picked that up. It may have been more similar to this one. But what I did find when I tested it on my previous video, the formulation of this felt actually a little bit more sophisticated than the previous Empty. But I've used this one for years, and I'm just hoping I'll get on as well with the new one. So would I repurchase at this formulation? Yes. I don't know if I can still find this anywhere, but we'll see how we get on with the new one. Okay, so next on the list, a couple of makeup items before we get on to body care. I have got the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. Now, anything expensive like this, I would normally get it from a Facebook group. So I belong to a couple of groups where sometimes people sell used products because they're not the right colour, or a skincare item that they've not got on with, their skin doesn't like it, and you can very often pick things up at a really good price. And I think I got this foundation from one of those groups. The other way I get expensive stuff is putting it on my Christmas and birthday list. In my makeup bag, I do actually have quite a few little expensive things. I'm just going to run through a couple of things that I do really like. The Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick from Charlotte Tilbury. This was on my Christmas list. It was middle daughter that bought me this. I absolutely love this, and I know you shouldn't keep things for best, but that is kind of what I am doing. So it's a stick foundation, and it's so quick and easy to apply. A couple of swipes on your face, then you make your makeup brush or your beauty blender. It's just really, really quick. So yeah, I really like that. Other expensive things that I have in here are, I've got an Hourglass lip balm. Again, I've been saving it for best. It's gorgeous, and I didn't even get that this Christmas. I think it was the one before, so I should use that up. That cut off due to storage issues. But I'd had a sample of this mascara, and I got on really, really well with it because I'm somebody that gets panda eyes really, really easily. So there were a lot of mascaras that I can't use, but I got on really well with that, and I kept the sample. And I got that for this Christmas just gone. I think those were the only things that I really wanted to show you there. So yeah, back to the foundation. Would I buy it again? Nah, I wasn't all that with it. Oh, there is a foundation that I wanted to show you that I love. This is one of my favourites, Estee Lauder. This is the Double Wear Sheer Long Wear with SPF 20. Don't ever rely on an SPF in your foundation either, by the way. Do make sure that you are using a standalone factor 50. Okay, so yeah, love that one. We weren't doing favourites, but there you go. Okay, so next makeup item This is a Boots number 7 Stay Perfect lip pencil. It's the retractable one. Absolutely nothing coming out of that. I'm not sure what the shade is. Yes, I'm not sure what the shade is on that, but I think it's the only kind of nudie coloured one that they do. I probably would repurchase it, but I don't find it stays on for very long, and I do like to use a lip liner. I think especially when you know you're getting older and you've got the wrinkles around your mouth, your lipstick can sometimes bleed into those. My favourite, I have got two stupid little, should have got them out to show you. I've got two tiny little bits of pencil, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk from, well, before I moved in here, let's just say that. And they're really tiny. I tend to keep them for holidays. But yeah, would I repurchase it? Probably. Do I think it's the greatest lip liner on earth? No. A lot of people recommend Rimmel. Might try and get a Rimmel one next and see how we get on with that. So that's all the facial stuff done. So now on some more body care. Guys, my phone is literally running out of storage constantly. This is the Kerastase hair oil. It's a sample. It's super spenny. I've wanted to try it for ages. I think it's about £45. I've got one more of these left. I absolutely love it, which isn't good. I did put it on my Christmas list, but always put more on the list than I know I'm going to get. And I didn't get it. I really want it, but it's a want. It's not a need. So would I repurchase this if I could afford it? 100%, I certainly would. Next item I've got is toothpaste. This is the Colgate Max Fresh with cooling crystals. I love this toothpaste. Tend to stock up on them when they're on offer. Don't think I've bought any for months. I'm super careful with the amount I use. They do, I think dentists recommend a pea-sized amount. I do use a pea-sized amount, so a tube does last me a long, long time. Try and pick it up for around £2.50 a tube. I noticed when I was in Tesco Express, I just happened to look down. I'd gone in to drop a parcel off for Vinted. It was £5 odd for a tube of toothpaste. Would I repurchase it? Do I love it? 100%. Yeah, that's the one I stick with. So, deodorant. This is the Mitchum Zero Aluminium, which I've mentioned is super important to me personally. I don't like to use a deodorant with aluminium in it. I swapped to this one when my previous aluminium-free deodorant, after using it for years, broke me out in eczema, and I had armpits full of eczema. Luckily, it was December, it was cold. I didn't use deodorant for about 6 weeks at all until it had completely healed up. And my friend mentioned which ingredient she thought I'd suddenly become allergic to. I can't remember it now, but I found this deodorant, didn't have it in, so I bought it. Will I repurchase it? Yes. I've been using this for quite a few months now. Doesn't last very long, and I need to find a way of getting the last of this out because I'm not wasting it. So I've got a couple of these, and I'm going to dig that product out, and somehow or other I'm going to use it up. Come hell or high absolute nightmare, having to delete photos, come back, film a bit, delete videos, come back, film a bit. Anyway, so yeah, I would 100% repurchase. I get on really well with it. Just don't like that there's some product left in it, and we're going to get that out. Right, let's try and be quick. Next item, L'Oreal Elvive Colour Protect Purple Shampoo for anti-brassiness. Used this for quite a while. Tend to pick it up in Savers, where I believe it's $2.99 now. And it definitely works. It keeps my highlights creamy rather than brassy. I don't use the conditioner that matches it. I think if you use too much of the purple, sometimes hair can look a little bit grey. You might not want that. it's perfectly fine for me just to use the shampoo, and I do continue to repurchase this product. So I do really like it and would recommend it. And my last item, thank God you're saying, is the Dove body lotion. This is from their Pro Age range. This has AHA complex, so that stands for alpha hydroxy acids, which act as an exfoliator. So whether they're in a toner for your face or in a body product like this, and what I find is that eliminates the need for me to be using a body scrub on a regular occasion. I normally will do a body scrub before going on holiday just to make sure I've got rid of all the dead skin, but on a regular basis throughout the year I find this does the trick for me. I've used this for a long time. I tend to pick it up only on offer, so I always look around, try and get it on a you know, buy one get one half price, or anything between £2.50 and £3 I'm happy to spend, but I don't like to spend more than that on an individual one. So it's Pro Age niacinamide, improves elasticity and suppleness from the first use. Would I recommend it? 100%. I've been using body lotion every day since my early 30s, and I think it has definitely paid off. So yeah, that's my final empty, guys. So yeah, I hope that's been useful, helpful, or interesting even. And if you've got to the end, I really do appreciate you watching. Thank you for stopping by. Any likes, comments, and of course your subscriptions really mean a lot to me. Yeah, so thank you for watching. And I will be back on Sunday with a chatty catch-up money talk video. I will see you there, guys. Take good care and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.